Last video I said I went outside for 5 minutes to hype myself up and to make better reviews, to be just boom of energy, and now I'm sick. Anyways, today we're gonna be reviewing a brimstone, a gold 1 brimstone if you will, on split. This is something really unique that we haven't done yet, and that is split less smokes. So that's awesome. Anyways, you know what they say, the first round is just to feel out the waters. What's going on? Are you better than them? Are you gonna need to make some smart plays? Is anyone smurfing? Now this brimstone guy lucky has 2 sentinel teammates, which are gonna carry him. Maybe. Potentially. Now I'm thinking, because I go to university, I have so much weird shit that I have to talk about, which just makes it worth it. And I'm drinking tea, by the way, for those of you who care. We threw out a molly, which covers half of the space, does not flush the enemy out. Unfortunately, here comes the execute. Double. Look at the raise. Look at the double satchel from Ray. Bam. She barely gets past Sage there. And gets 2 actually, what it was. Okay. Okay. I've got fun stories. I can always think of some fun stories from university. Here's one. So teacher's yapping, right? She is talking about freaking political and crisis communication. Wow, what a sick course. Are you gonna become a politician? I hate you already. Doesn't matter. Here's the fun part. We don't have that many students in the room. It was like 30, and it's not like big halls and stuff. You know, it's just like a normal classroom. Slightly bigger than usual, but you know, we have like 20 students that day, which was yesterday actually. And one guy, he's not even from our country. He's like exchange student, and he's just looking at the teacher. Wait. Damn, you guys got rolled though, like for real. While the teacher's yapping, one guy has one of those games where to make progress you gotta tap some on your screen, you know. So he's just sitting there looking like, and the teacher can see what the fuck he's doing, but it's like, are you really gonna say anything? Because it's stupid to say anything from a teacher's. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is this? You know, that case clicker trying to get the legendary. Dude, this raise is annoying me. Like, just throw normal. Okay, it's gold. I'm gonna relax. It's gold. But yeah, your smokes are good. Your mollies are good. I see potential. Maybe a little bit. Okay, that's fine. You didn't panic as well, which is great. And now you're gonna use a smoke, which is a beautiful, you know, it could have been better. The type of smoke I would have thrown. You're sitting in a position like this and you have to kind of understand this is walled, right? And you also have seen Jet push through your smoke already. So that means that he's not afraid. Now he went back, okay, and then you decide to re-smoke it again. The problem with that is Sage started fighting a little bit before you smoked, which means that this Jet is most likely already out. I'm just looking at this smoke, you know, just throw the smoke like this. Sage is gonna walk back, and now you guys are just having this massive crossfire. These types of crossfire, like, what are they gonna do? You know, they have Jet and they have Reyna. Reyna is not gonna throw her only utility to push through the smoke. And even if she does, she's gonna be hugging the wall. And if Jet updrafts, he's an easy target. He could throw like a smoke to push out, but again, you just duck back. Now you have another crossfire. It's gonna be confusing. We're just gonna have a Discord ad in front of. I don't know. Look, I can't turn it on. We're just gonna have a Discord ad. So you smoke like this, right? You hit the box. Your Sage is there. He's coming back there. There's a wall, Sage wall right here, so you do not have to worry about that angle. And now you just have this massive crossfire, and you put yourself in a position where Sage is taking contact first. Everything's in your hands. First of all, this is really scary. It's like, oh shit, You get into the smoke, and now it's like you push out. Can get shot from everything. If Reyna decides to flash, she is definitely gonna come out like this and flash up top, and then she's gonna be hugging this wall. So this is just an easy spray for you. And now here's what happened actually. Oh no, they have better aim, unlucky. The initiator is lurking, don't make any sound, but the Raze throws a boombot strategy. And then we throw a Molly strategy. Okay, yeah, I've seen those, seen a couple of those here. Then we loudly rotate, but then actually, okay, but not really. Here you could have died. Imagine this is poker, you're trying to represent that you have a good hand or whatever, but you're actually bluffing, right? So the enemy is like, okay, what if he's bluffing? And then he just pushes through. He calls to check if you're actually bluffing, and he's like pushing through. He's risking it, but he's expecting that you have an even worse hand, and you're gonna get caught here, because if he pushes, first of all, you're looking at the ground, now you have your knife out, and if he pushes, you're dead. And if he was holding here, you're dead. And if he was pushing, checking like, is anyone behind this corner? You're dead. So if you're dead, why are we watching this? Well, if the enemy didn't take the risk, that means that most likely, like this game is about most likely. This isn't about guarantees. Most likely, he's not gonna check. He got sold that you're rotating B, which means that now you speed up. Maximum, there's one guy heaven or one random guy chilling on site, which means that you can take risk and just push fast, you know, silently but fast, you know, because in this, if it was like high ranks, like immortal above, immortal 2 and shit, there's no way anyone's on site. Like there's one guy maximum. Here he would have checked, or 0, most likely 0. So you would just take your knife out and start running. Now, because this is gold, you get these late peaks. I still face these types of players who are like, this doesn't make any sense, but it works for them. I understand how this works. To fight these players, you have to take the fast routes. Enemies can hear 3 people middle. That's the time that you actually push through the smoke. Okay, the smoke drops. Now it's the time. The smoke fades. Now is this... What the fuck? Now is the time that you go for a little bit like this, you know, you jiggle and you check if anyone's holding you. If no one's holding you, you go, you find the hole, you push into the hole, right? The longer the hole is unsealed, the deeper it gets. The worst that's gonna happen is you fight a Reyna. The best that's gonna happen, you're gonna get everything. And I'll look at your position. You wait for so long and you got the worst of it either way. You know, so I want you to be much more focused and direct. Like, okay, I'm gonna try to take this timing, fight for it, fight for your opinion. Getting political in here. No, I don't like this jump spotting, because this is the only angle you're gonna get a fair 1v1 with your sheriff, right? You buy sheriff to fight people on and try to it's actually really not hard to fix. You just go B main, okay, the wall drops and you do this, but you're better at it, so you hit it first time. You just pre-fire the guy, no one's holding there. Okay, you push through the angle, you're shifting, and now you can dedication peek a couple of these angles. That's too far, so you shift, right? If no one's peeking, you jiggle, and now you're pushing in. And would you look at that, how much space you have, and a free 1v1 maybe from behind. You bang that. Okay, it's 3-3, we're forfeiting. Amazing. So you have ult. What's the... Oh, you're seeing it. You're seeing it for... No, wait, what? You pull out your ult, you hover it vents, which is basically impossible to get out from Brimstone ult. And then you're like, nah, let's just play as we play for forever in this game and not try to take any risks, because I've reached gold like this. What was that? That was an interesting jump spot. Jump spot tutorial in... Oh, you're just dying to this, Reina. Look, so I'm gonna explain this theoretically and then practically, physically, you know, emotional. So what's the problem, right? The problem we're facing is this Reina is out aiming us 24/7. I died to her with a sheriff. I died to her with a vandal 3 times. She is taking advantage of me. Do we have any utility? Your team has a Raise Boombat. Your team also has Owl Drone. And you also have Stim Beacon. If we don't have any utility, why are we why are we losing? Theoretically, you're good to push this slowly as soon as you got into this spot, which means that now you're equal from the angle. And once you're equal from the angle, you don't want to go slow. You want to go fast, because they're gonna see you faster than you see them. Everybody knows this. A practical way to fix this is, of course, number 1, to use utility to give you an advantage in any fight you're taking, right? Because now even if he sees you, you can shoot faster. If you don't have any utility in the game, you have to split your push into angles. Only focus on these types of angles, right? This is an angle, and then this is an angle, this is an angle, this is an angle. In between of those angles, you kind of forget that they exist. You just stand right here. You think about shooting this angle, right? So you look here and you just press D. If there's a guy here, you do this. Yes, the enemy is gonna have an advantage. Oh, it's so little. It's so little that these gold 1 Reinas they're not gonna realize that they have the advantage. When you start doing this weird stuff, you're trying to take advantage of this Reina. It's just too complicated. It doesn't have to be. Another problem when you're doing this weird stuff, you stop focusing on your aim and you start focusing on your movement and like your patterns, the way you move. And that's not recommended for me. You don't really want to forget how you aim. You don't want to lose any of your confidence. We need to have at least 90% confidence when we play. The faster the pace goes, the more confident you should have. When the pace slows down, you know, it's the post plant, like we were in this situation. Okay, you missed on the jet. It's fine. But now we slow down, right? The bomb is planted. Now we slow down. Now we start using a little bit of our brain. Look how long this fight took. You could shoot 3 headshots in that time. Are you getting rest? Yeah, you got rest. So good. So amazing. I mean, this ult is a mistake, but we're rolling. Are we rolling? We're not rolling. Nice. Okay, don't go heaven. Look, this jet again, you know? Okay, he got 1, but like, so what's next? He dies. I like the IGL from Reina. She's dead, but she's still IGLing. Well then, check backside. It doesn't matter, we're planting. It doesn't matter, I plant, I re-smoke, okay. Pace slows down, it's a 4v1. Are you gonna choke? You don't choke. Next round, let's try to speed up our review a little bit, right? So we... By the way, this jump spot, if they have an operator, which they will, a lot of the times, especially Jet, you're dead here. But let's move on. Well, let's move on. Yeah, okay, so, see, again. You guys are just way too afraid. You already made noise, so you're not shifting. Throw the stim beacon down. Go crazy. Alright, you could slow down here because you heard the Sage slow thingy and they're most likely going to be rotating B. So going A would be an amazing... Yeah. Dude, this Reina is... This Reina knows. This Reina knows. So now you probably get like free sight. There's going to be like 1 guy heaven. Quick notification, you gotta subscribe to support the family. Okay, I don't hate it. I hate the plant though. Okay, number one, you should absolutely clear side before planting. But here's a fun tip. A fun tip. When Tejo ults this, he is essentially saying that no, we do not have anyone backside. Do not worry about it. I don't know how high of a rank you have to be for your teammates to ult you with a Tejo. Maybe not high. How high? How high? Maybe it's how low do you have to be for your teammates to ult you. Now the question is, are you low enough? Notice how you turned back twice. But in your head it should have been like, nah, they're not ulting my teammates. And if they are, the teammates would definitely start running, right? They would definitely start running. Yep. You should relax a little bit on post plans. You're a little bit too tight. A little bit too tight. And on peeking B main, you're a little bit too tight. I see that you're afraid of the Reyna. And it's not terrible to have this mindset with a smoker controller. Because you're more of a like a brain player. And you're kind of there to make sure that you win the round with your, you know, utility. Molotovs. And smokes and stuff. Which is great. We love that. We encourage that. So 4v1. We win another round. Okay. The Reyna just pulled out a full plan on how to execute side. She showed there are gonna be 2 enemies on a site. Do not go ramps. A red dot. Do not go ramps. Smoker right here, without saying a single word. She is a communicational experto. God damn. I like the Molly. You know what I didn't like? That you didn't call out that there's a glove shooting at you. Because right now, Reyna can see glove elbow and nobody called it out. Nah, you're good. You're good though. You're good though. I respect that. I respect that. Usually, the guy that's on elbow, he's gonna be really afraid of any utility coming in elbow. So he's gonna panic and he's gonna try to fight an angle like this or come out like this, right? That's what he wants. What would this guy not want? Probably some weirdo shooting from a really far away right there. What else does he not like? He doesn't like Molotovs and stem beacons. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. If you start going like this, some crazy pre-fires, you reveal his position at some point. Once you reveal his position, you hit him in the leg, right? Like a deer, you shoot him. Now he can't move, he can't run. And now that's when you finish him off. In his perspective, it's gonna look so fucking stupid, so hard. So, right, you have to realize what does he want. He wants this clean fight with you. You should not give him that. You should be like, oh, nah, I have a better gun. Let's figure out where we are. And now I spray you through the wall. The fake plant, I love that. I love the fake plant too. It's something unexpected, right? You don't want to give sheriffs expected fights. They could be in screens already. They could be behind you. Yeah, just slow down and be like, okay, my teammates are holding here. There is a possibility that enemies could be in screens, CT, and probably behind me as well. Currently, I can get shot from behind me and from the front. Can take a breather, you just planted, good, you did your job now. What's the fastest way to not get shot from double directions? If you run here, you're still getting shot from double directions, and if you go here, you're still getting shot from double directions. So the fastest way to not get shot from double directions is to purchase this. There's Discord Premium that's on your screen. Check it out right now, and more link in the description. No, you go back side. And you chill here. Then you're like, oh, they could have still pushed through from behind me. Check, they didn't push through behind you. You come back here, and now you're kind of in a position when there's always a timing that he can push through. You play with that timing. You're like, okay, no one's pushing elbow. Maybe they pushed through while I was checking elbow. No. And so you just play this game. No, doesn't matter what type of fight you take, you always get a chance. As when you're just chilling here. I don't know how do you describe what you get here. You get the FBI knock on your door. Let's see your jump spot for the 10th time. Pretty bad, pretty bad. I have a video on how to jump spot if you want. Link down in the description. All right. I can't say anything. I'm just now I feel more, believe it or not, I feel more comfortable in this position than right here, where we have 3 people pushing on the side. Like, are you pushing the side or are you not pushing the side? Do you want to give him this 1v1 or do you not want to give him this 1v1? General rule of thumb, if you have more people on your side than they have people on their side, let your teammate go in first and just trade them. Because if you do that, you kill one of theirs, they kill one of you, you kill one of theirs, and would you look at that, you end up with a victory royale. Remember when I was playing Fortnite, and dude, victory royales back then were so hard to get, to the point where your heart would start to beat when you're in top 10. And dude, getting a victory royale, like, that meant you're the G. You could cry. You're like, oh no. Even though you spent your full time hiding in the bush, you still got that victory royale. Oh god. You got punished. This is the same situation that I was talking about, or at least very similar, freaking 5 minutes ago when I was apping. But now I'm thinking about it, Reyna can outplay you so hard. So this is a game of cat and mouse, right? Because like you gotta go around, and if you don't push, you're risking to get shot from both directions if you're just trying to hold, right? So then you think to yourself, so the best position is to just start pushing one of the sides, right? Yeah, but how do you decide which side to push? How do you decide which side to push? Well, look at this. First of all, look at the Discord ad that we have right here. New perks, new positives. So you pushed here. But I really didn't like that we're still looking back. Just hug the wall and go like this. So you pushed, you made a little bit of sound, and you killed this Reyna. Now here's why that's wrong. Not making this step, but pushing this position. Instead, you should have pushed to the right. I just noted, I wouldn't even think of this. I just thought about it while I was thinking about it. I would not think of this in game. If you're in the Reyna's position, you also have to pick a side, right? Because if you don't pick a side, you get shot from both directions. Unless you move back. And if Reyna went back there, you see? You see? Reyna is still basically fighting one angle. She can either flick to you, and this is basically the same fight, or she gets a free kill. That's why you have to take the right side and push like this, which is so interesting because now you can clear this angle. You can argue that you can do the same right here, and you kind of just chill up here. You probably could have done the same thing as Reyna. The fun part about this is that you still have time to rotate to a whole another side. So you actually have the advantage here. You can just leave. So standard wall middle from Sage. Okay. The standard execute after getting completely destroyed by Reyna. Molotov. This is a 1 round. I don't see a way you lose this. Next round you buy Marshall. Now you're gonna cook, right? I believe you're gonna cook. You're bottom fragging. When you're bottom fragging and it's bonus round, I really like buying Marshall and just cleaning them up, especially middle. Buy Marshall and just go middle. This is so free. If somebody pushes past, you just shoot a bullet and you come back. It's just free kill. They're gonna buy sheriffs. And they cannot even kill you because it's more than 30 meters. Most likely, there aren't any statistics, but in my head, I know that it's true. And look at that. Look at that. Look at the minimap. What type of gun does Raze have? Raze has this gun. I don't know what's the name. And she is stealing your kills as we're speaking. This could have been you, but you play too damn much. And look, they just keep pushing her. She's gonna get more. Okay, they got walled. So you finally get to the party to get some of your kills, and nope. You got one. You got one. Now this I approve.
Just don't die, don't die.
I mean, that's interesting. That's interesting. I just want to go over this very quickly.
Don't die, don't die.
You have to understand that this is an eco round. So dying is perfectly fine. Because you're a brimstone, I would have loved for you if like just drop your ghost and buy a shorty. It costs 300. But with a shorty, you can actually get so much. You can just smoke like this. You push past the smoke and now you're just chilling here. Anyone pushes through, bam, you kill, you take their weapon. And if nobody pushes through, then you preserved so much valuable space. And now they don't have elbow, right? So what are your next steps? Well, now you assess how much they pushed. If they had pushed through this red line right here, then you just drop a smoke like this, some like this, and you just wait for them with a shorty again. If they hadn't pushed through this red wall yet, imaginable wall, then you can even throw smokes like that. So here's how it would look IRL. You push through the smoke, you're holding here. No one's planning to push through. They're on site. Okay, they're planning. Bam. A smoke like this. They're gonna start to spam. Wait for the spam. Okay, now they're gonna push. Bam. Again, free kill. A chance of a free kill. They're still not giving you anything. Bam. Another smoke. You get into the smoke. Oh, someone's playing the spike. Bam. You kill him. You pick up the gun. Rat-ta-ta-ta-ta, you know what I'm saying? No, no one's there. Okay, you come out like this. Bam, bam. So many possibilities with Brimstone if you just buy a shorty. Now you kind of gave away Molly, which is not the main component in our defense or retake. If you had a shorty, you just got slowed by your own Sage. How does that feel? Feels pretty good, damn good. It feels pretty damn good. But now look at this. You don't have a shorty. We assess what is this, what is our strongest asset. Our strongest asset is a marshal. And now look at this. We can start taking fights like this, headshotting people. And now that's a pretty equal fight here. Instead we swap to the secondary because it's always faster than reloading. And can we work with it? That is the question. Can we work with it? Stem beacon. Nice. Okay. Okay. Are we gonna make some chaos? It's an eco round. It's an eco round, and you still have those 3 damn smokes that you didn't drop. Very simple to fix this. Just never finish your games while having at least 1 smoke. If you have 2 smokes and you finish the round, you are doing something wrong. You have to understand. Doesn't matter where you throw the damn smokes. If you have more than 1 smoke left when the round finishes, you did something wrong that game. Ah shit. Ah shit. Okay, 2v2. You know where both are. And you have 1 smoke. So now you're in the green, right? You have 1 smoke. If the round ends, you're not gonna like get punished from the happy. They're probably rotating. Okay. Okay. You have 30 seconds left and you have a smoke. No! Good. Why am I panicking so much? You might think, well, when it's retake time and you only have one smoke, that smoke goes on top of the spike. Nowhere else. Nowhere else on top of the spike 100% of the time. That's why I don't want you to just throw it out normally or randomly. Okay. Okay. We still have a chance. The smoke goes on top of the spike. Go crazy. Oh. Oh, buddy.
Oh my god, you're him.
And now if you just went a little bit faster.
Two weapons done is very good.
What the fuck? Reyna, I believed in you. What are you talking about? By the way, if you don't like my voice today, I'm sick. It's weird for me to speak. I feel uncomfortable speaking. That's why my voice is weird today. You did everything perfect, almost everything. I was a little bit unsure here when you tapped and then you tapped again. So only one tap would have been fine. But after that, like you pressed on the spike, you figured out where they are, you killed them. Now you just needed a couple more seconds to do the deed. Now you have Phantom. There's a beautiful strategy, which is the most simple strategy in the whole game, which you just fail to do every time. That is the strategy. I knew it was coming. But you know what the problem is? You're too late. You're like 10 seconds too late. You smoke the main, you spam the main from CT. And you don't just spam, Now, hear me out. Right before you get smoked, you have to look at the main and you have to understand where the two walls are gonna be. Because when enemies are pushing out, they're always hugging one of the walls. Usually this one, right? Because they want to check, they want to throw some Reyna flash. So when they're pushing out, they're always going to be hugging this wall. Which means that if you see where that wall is right before you get smoked, like this, right? You're just standing right like this. Then you get smoked. Bam! You spam the line that they're going to be hugging. They didn't push out. We spam another line that they're gonna be pushing. But that's for another day. That's the problem for tomorrow, Brimstone. I can kind of sense that I'm being a little bit... I feel like I'm yapping too much, especially past the 30-minute point of my recording. I'd just be la 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 la. You know. Because it feels like I'm saying the same things over and over again. And I'm trying to be as interesting as possible. But this is a skill that I have to develop. Still, but I hope that these ideas that I give you, you know, with the eco rounds, with the sheriffs, with the spams, with the post plans, are helping you play Brimstone better than you were playing it before. You got walled, by the way. Okay, you have your ult. Surely you're gonna win this round. Okay, bam. Your Sova's kind of stucky. Okay. Okay, look at him in map. Look at him in the map. Look at him in the map. Yep, we all saw that Sage was also there.
One enemy remaining.
Do not throw this round. Oh, jeez, stop. Okay.
Very good round.
Just a quick note. Right here, you can see that Sova is kind of getting messed up. And here you can see that Sova can see everyone. Minmap has all of the information you need right before you push out. You know that there are two people that you're about to face. You don't even need to push past the smoke. You can actually just start spraying them through the smoke. But while you're Sova fighting, you're like, okay, you push out. Bam, that's one. Where did Sage go? I do not know. Sage is already on site, dude. She doesn't have slow orbs, she has speed orbs. And okay. Good round. Let's see.
Smoke's down. Smoke's down. Careful, Reyna.
Again, you spam way too late. Which is a problem that we have to fix. You should pull out the smoke right now. You see Reyna flash, then you can smoke him and immediately start spamming. Instead, you peek into the flash, you smoke, and you don't spam. But okay. We'll get the spamming eventually. Let's see. Still have We still have Molly. We still have... Oh, shit. Oh, sh... The fact that you slowed down to like... Oh, no, I'm not gonna start immediately running. Let me just stay still before I throw the Molly. That was scary. You're so lucky that this Tejo didn't... Like, if he just ulted from the other side, all three of you are dead. All three of you are dead. Oh my god. Okay, so you have around 25 seconds. You have one smoke. That smoke probably goes onto the spike. This is one of those moments. Split A site is that one particular situation where you shouldn't actually save that one smoke on the spike. Well, number one is because you have 4 people. It's not like you're alone, not like you have to make a crazy play. And for crazy plays, that one smoke on the spike is just all it takes. Split is that man because you don't have anywhere to hide to spam the spike in post plant. Unless you're heaven and it's planted default. If it was here and enemies have heaven, okay, you get that one smoke. You know, you can do the tap. You can even stick. But if your teammate has all heaven and you have CT, you actually don't need the smoke. And here's where the beauty comes. You can throw any of these smokes. One smoke here or here, right? You got one smoke left. You choose which one you want to throw. And now your teammates actually have one way onto site. Look at this. Enemies do not see anything here. And you can see their feet. You can see everything. Same if you throw the smoke here. You can see their head. They see asshole. Big brown bubble sheet. This is like one of those times where you have to realize...
One enemy remaining.
He's 7.
Okay, now it's a 1v2. Now you throw the spike on the smoke. Spike on the smoke, smoke on the spike. Okay, we'll lose the round. That's fine. Eco.
People on B, people on B, many people on B.
Pushing B. You throw the smokes. You can throw one more smoke for the Reyna. Okay, now you lost Reyna. That's kind of sad.
Spike planted.
Oh, what is that Molly, dude? What does that Molly do? Okay, so this is an eco. We don't have to worry about it too much. Okay, let's see. Are they gonna come back?
Steps on B, lot of steps. It's B, it's B.
You got smoke for the Reyna. You got smoke. Oh, your Reyna is dead. I kind of like the smokes anyway. They don't have backside yet. They don't have this spot. You have to abuse that. You threw 2 smokes, which are... They're beautiful smokes. They're beautiful smokes. You know, they're preventing enemies from pushing past. But if you just throw down another smoke right here, you gain so much space because now you're isolating everyone. You're isolating people here. You're isolating people here. Isolating people here. Isolating people here. That lets your team to flush from heaven so easily. And there's your Sage is already fighting and basically seeing no one. So if you just throw down that one last smoke, which is right here, all of your team can push out. And the spike is planted, which means that you have the spike. You can start tapping. Your smokes are gonna last forever. You can fully stick while your smokes are up. And if they try to push out, right, now they have to face 4 people. Now look at my idea again. And just keep that smoke in mind. If you just throw down that 3rd smoke, which would isolate fully backside, you could actually flush out right now. But you're kind of waiting.
Spike down B.
Okay, the spike is not planted, apparently. But what is this?
Spike down B.
Okay, it's the same thing that you're doing when you're trying to attack B main. It's like slowly, and then your brain shuts down. It's like, okay, so no one has peeked me yet. No one has tried to kill me. No one's pushing from here. No one's pushing me from here, from here, from here, from here. I don't know what's next. I'm just gonna wait for someone to peek me. And peek you they do.
Spike down B.
That's so weird. Oh, yo.
One enemy remaining.
Will be garage. garage. He will be garage.
This race is like, nah, I worked too hard for this match. Let me. Okay.
Player standing.
Well played.
Defenders.
Race really went like, no, I just played 24 rounds. I'm gonna turn on aimbot. I don't care. We're winning this round. Right here, he just toggled on right here.
Enemy remaining.
He will be garage.
And he's like, nah, that's too sus. Let me just throw a satchel and kill this.
One start defusing to bait.
Alright. Alright, well, that was fun. That was fun. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Got carried by Sensei and Sendgoat. I told you, dude. I predicted that the Sentinel team is gonna carry you. That's fun to see. Fun to see. Anyways, if you enjoyed, like, subscribe. If you want to submit a VOD, link down in the description. You join the Discord, there's a VOD channel, you post a VOD, and a very fun community chatting every day. Peace.